Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you the strongest tank jungler right now in season 12 and also a top 5 jungler at that, and that is ZAC. For those of you wondering, how did ZAC go from being a top 20, top 35 jungler to being a top 5, let alone the best tank jungler in the game? The answer to that is simple. They've been consistently nerfing grievous wounds, like constantly, and same with Ignite. Ignite used to be 60% heal cut, now it's only 40%. Same thing with the Thornmails and Executioners and Morellos, to where ZAC heals like crazy. On top of that, they've buffed tank jungle item, which is extremely good for ZAC. Puts him in a very spicy situation, a very spicy spot to carry, having that extra 100 health. On top of that, his core first item back of Balmy Cinder is now 100 gold cheaper, so you can get one of your most important early game items that much more consistently. On top of all of that, tank champions are starting to come into the meta a little bit more, which makes ZAC even more potent since his W does max health damage. So there's a whole lot of things working for him. It makes a lot of sense why his win rate and pick rate has shot up so much. He's in a really good spot. So if you like playing more of a full clear style jungler who giga scales and has debatably the most CC in the game out of any champion, then ZAC's gonna be your guy. I think he's ridiculously underplayed simply because of his cost. People are like, oh, I'll just play a Mumu, right? He's green. Doesn't count. Mumu's poop compared to ZAC. I just missed my Q, rip. Whenever you slam things together, you get an extra bloblet, and obviously you get that juicy CC and extra damage, so you really want to try to look for that if you can. We went leashless, so our clear isn't going to be the fastest in the world. We solo started wraps. Solo starting on ZAC is usually ideal. If you can get a leash on your red buff, though, that's pretty sweet, because basically you can take blue and grop at the same time super easily. So let that be known. If your bot lane is closest to your blue buff, then getting a leash off of there isn't crazy good, because then you have to solo Gromp, which you're gonna take really slow. We'll take blue Gromp same time. A little nervous about where their bot lane's at. I assume they're just pushing out for Scuttle. ZAC is one of the slower full clears in the game, especially if you solo start, but don't let that deter you. You don't even really need Scuttle Crab. They've been nerfed a lot. They're only really useful for the gold rather than the XP. Ink them together. Gonna miss out on my bloblets a bit there. If you don't want to take them at the same time, that's fine. You don't have to. Most junglers are going to path away from bot side anyway, since they're going to take a leash. So most of the time you'll get bot scuttle even if you start up here. Malphite looks kind of gankable. Bot lane's not very gankable. Raptors are up. Got him into Q. Always try to knock them up before you Q. That way you don't miss it. The only exception to that is if you're behind them, sure, you can Q a minion and then just walk into them and auto attack. Your Q does increase the range of your next auto attack substantially. Like this, look, I'm going to auto the big one. You see that auto attack range? It's like a thresh auto after you land the initial Q. We could go top. ZAC doesn't really have to back early since he farms very healthy. The only time you take a lot of damage is if you do blue Gromp same time, and even then I could have smited blue buff, kill it sooner. Take a lot less damage. I'll pop a sweeper. Ooh, I think you might have seen me there. I need to get into that top brush. Seeing a lot of Gragas top lately. Oh, I can reach him. Missed my E on him. I'm going to Q the minions, then on him. That way I don't miss it. Minions obviously aren't going to juke the skill shot. Easy peasy. Now that he's got that shoved, I'm actually going to reset Diana's bot side. She has already recalled. We'll go ahead and get our bombies. And we'll grab boots only because we have an awkward amount of gold. You have two main options for your mythic item on ZAC. That's Frostfire, which you're going to be getting the majority of the time since it's 400 gold cheaper than Sunfire. Plus, ZAC doesn't auto attack too much. They're both good options, though. You can't really go wrong with one or the other. Ultimately, Sunfire Aegis will outscale, but it is more expensive. And you don't have quite as much CC from it. Oh, this is awkward. Got the Q. Come on, Malphite. Rip. Wonder why they're scrapping so hard for this. Keeping an eye on Varus as I'm doing that. It's so weird how hard they were fighting for Dragon there. Hey, Diana. E into Q, knock them together, spam our Ws. We want to try to focus the same person ideally. Alright, our Q is about to be up. We'll tank this. Should be able to take it. We have Balmy Cinder. You don't want to try to solo dragons on ZAC early, especially pre-6. You'll put yourself super far behind. He's more of a full clear gank style jungler. His ganks are bad pre-level 4 though. You need at least 2 points in E before his ganks become good. Got it. My R is up. I'll try to gank mid same time Zed gets there. That way Malphite won't be 6. Zed's wave does seem to be pushing towards the Malphite. We gotta head over there. Your W has significantly more range than your autos. Even if you can't quite reach someone with an auto, a lot of times you can hit with W. He's gonna get level 6 here, I can feel it. Yeah, it sucks. I might be able to get his R out of him as I cross over. Could Wolves full clear up. Yeah, I guess that's just what I'll do here. If I could get Frostfire reset, full clear topside to bot. Our clear got split up since we solo started on Raptors. It's not the end of the world though. It just makes our pathing a little bit more dynamic and a little bit slower. Dynamic in the sense of the enemies won't really understand where you're coming from or why. They may not know what can't be solo start on, because in ZAC you can solo start Raptors or Wolves pretty easily. Top's looking gankable. We really want to gank with our R. It looks like he went to get down a ward. That's what I saw. I didn't see him put it in the tri-brush though. I could have looked away at the wrong time. I assume he didn't put it there. It's kind of low on health. He might have ended up resetting. If he reset, that's fine. I can linger. Hang around. Don't really want it back till we can get our full item at this point anyways. We're really close to being able to do that. Haven't actually used our R yet. Gragas is backing right when he came back. I felt that too. Oh well. His wave's kind of shoved up, so there's only so much we can do. We could have backed for Frostfire. I want to gank with my R though. Oh, it's warded. It sucks. He took so much. Oh, I don't think this is a good idea for them. They're going to take so much AoE damage. We blue smite for the Securel. Down they go. We'll help him shove that. Nice. Trying to fight ZAC 2 versus 2 once he's level 3 and up is dangerous, because if he does land his CC, it's a ridiculous amount. Tenacity doesn't help you against it. Cleanse doesn't help you. QSS doesn't help you. There's no way to mitigate it. Like, other than obviously it's Morgana, Black Shield, or potentially Hourglass. So there's basically no way to mitigate it. You really want to try to avoid those situations, especially as an auto attack like melee champion. Having to deal with ZAC is extremely challenging, which is why his win rate, pick rate so high right now, just with the way the meta shifted. Tank item buffs, he'll cut, grievous wound nerfs, and he's a massive self healer, so he plays well. Like I said, he does max health damage, so against other tanks he does quite well. So when the tank meta is good, ZAC is usually the best tank jungler in the game. We want to blue smite him into midair if we had it, but we don't have blue smite. Knock him up into Q, get him against the minion, pick up the bloblets, hit him with a W. He's doing some crazy damage. He's almost soloing Zed, and Zed has Merc Tread, Hex Drink. It's a lot of extra magic resist. Diana's still not a full item. I don't know where their bot lane is, so I'm going to just not go over there. It's not worth dying for this. I don't have flash or R to really get away. R is a good way to escape. Not only will you CC them away from you like an Alistar headbutt, you also get 50% bonus movement speed. Extremely good ability. I'll go for Frostfire just because that's what you guys should go most games. Since I'm so fed this game, I think Sunfire would realistically be better because it does give more stats as the more expensive item. Against their team, they are, I'd say, magic damage heavy. Could go Merc Treads. Lucidities are fine. They're really good budget buy. We'll go ahead and get Bramble as well. Yes, I know Heal-Cut is nerfed. It's still extremely important. They have attack speed on hit. Varus, he's going to be getting Bork at some point. Probably, maybe a Kraken Slayer. He might go for Shield Bow, though. Volibear is a huge self-healer. Conquer Diana. You can go Spirit Visage or Thornmail, second item on ZAC. If you're a Giga Fed and you're just trying to be a Chad, then you can go for Demonic instead. Demonic's pretty good for maxing out your damage. I only do that when I feel like our team really needs the damage. I might have to this game because Kais is so far behind. Generally, if you frontline really well, you land all your CC, that's enough. But if your team isn't able to do any damage, then that's when you really need the Leandries. So you can just raw solo carry. The downside of Leandries is obviously it doesn't give you any armor or magic resist, so it only makes you so tanky through the health alone. And it's usually best the higher HP they are since it's max health damage. They're grouping up top side. We'll give a turret or two for Dragon. Drag Soul is almost always your win con on ZAC. The easiest win con to point towards since his late game is so good. If you can drag the game out, get Drag Soul, you're in a really good spot. Knock up, I'll push him back with my R. Right into my team, they get the kill. Could say it's a waste of my R. It's a low cooldown though. I have Ionian boots as well. Not too worried about it. Krug's up. Oh, they're down. Raptors have to be up, right? Something. Ooh, juicy. I should have EW'd and then pulled it over here. Queued Raptors to the red buff. Like this. Big one takes the longest to kill anyways. Go ahead and E this guy. Got him. Knock up into Q. Got his flash. That's huge. Didn't have to blow anything really. You can play fairly aggressive inside the enemy's jungle as long as your E's up. Especially at this point in the game. We've power spiked. Level 6 ZAC and up is nuts. Level 4 he becomes a champion. Level 6 he becomes a great champ. Everything after that is a bonus. Where's my team going? Oh, I didn't see Volibear here. I don't know if Nautilus did either. He kind of panic flashed away. I think I did damage to him. I'm surprised he ran that way. Oh, this is a yucky fight. Messed up my Q with the attack move click. We're gonna knock him this way. We need to get on top of Volibear. Blue smite him to catch up. Missed my Q, Ripperoni. We still have our passive, so we can stay pretty deep in this fight. Got the knock up into Q, down they go. After you Q, your E doesn't cancel it, so if we land it, we can go straight into E because we needed the CC. While they were CC'd off the E, we whip them with the Q, so then they're both double AoE CC'd underneath my turret. I was greedy of them to go for that. If you haven't specifically seen ZAC use an ability, you just assume he has it because they're extremely high impact abilities. It's since he's melee, he doesn't get the same respect. For example, Lux, when you're fighting her, you assume her snare's up unless you've seen her use it, and you have to play accordingly. So play it slow, try to juke, like don't do anything too crazy. But yeah, people forget. They start to remember though once they see your damage output. And they start to realize, wait a minute, ZAC has max health damage, oh my god. And a pretty decent base damage as well. Like Q does nearly 200 damage combined if he lands it. 200, E's nearly 300 right now. You can play ZAC AP. It's okay right now, but ultimately with tank jungle items getting buffed and with other tank items getting buffed like Spirit Visage, I mean, it's kind of hard to make the argument for AP ZAC over tank ZAC at the moment, with all that being said. If I was AP ZAC, I probably would have died there. Blue Smite in midair. Q Volibear into the Malphite, into double R them. Try to pick up your Bloblets. It's really easy to do when you're on your R. I'll just walk out. I get the. I don't think I died there. Yeah, I didn't think that turret shot was even gonna get me, but it was so heated up from hitting me and my teammates. It does like 30% extra damage per consecutive shot against champs. It was really heated up. Wish my E was up. Could have dove this guy. I might actually die. Holy crap, that was way too close. We don't quite have the damage to finish him off. He's relatively tanky. Gragas does finish it. Well played by him. Dark Seal's a viable item on ZAC for sure. I'll go Spirit Visage next. Got a really nice buff. I know all the tank mythics did, like Frostfire, Sunfire, Turbo, all got an extra 100 health. Some Bombies was made 100 gold cheaper. Spirit Visage got buffed. I think Randuin's got buffed. It wasn't every single tank item, but it was most of them. We need to go fight for Dragon. Well, I don't know what Varus is doing here. Jeez, that's unfortunate. If I was there just a little bit sooner, we had him. I want Dragon more than I want Varus. I think Nautilus is giving up. I think their team's getting extremely demoralized. They haven't been able to kill me. I've played ZAC at every elo. I know how much damage he can take and do in like every situation. So the only way you kind of beat ZAC consistently is by invading him and messing him up early on, since he's extremely vulnerable level 1 through 3. That's your window against him. You can't let him raw power farm. If you do, odds are you're not going to win that game against him if he's equal skill level to you, or even slightly worse than you. If you let him power farm early to level 4, very dangerous thing to do. It's like letting Veigar AFK farm. Knock up into Q, step up behind him, hit him with R. I'll blue smite him. Down goes Gragas. Can't believe Volibear actually got a kill 1 versus 2 there. Incredible. And that's it. They quit. Holy moly, ZAC strong. I'm going to show you guys another one, so we'll do part 2 because that clear was really slow, so we'll do another one. See you there. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2. Unfortunately, we are on literally the same side of the map, so instead of solo starting this game, I'm going to show you what it looks like when you get a leash and that type of flavor up against a Bel'Veth. I don't think this is a bad matchup for ZAC. Any kind of melee jungler who isn't going to be pressuring you early, that matchup's fine. Like, even Master Yi. If you've ever played against Funnel, back in the day when Funnel was a thing, you would know that ZAC is one of its biggest counters. ZAC, Echo are extremely challenging for it. Because once again, all of ZAC's CC are displacements. His Q, AoE displacement. His E, same thing. R, same thing. You can't QSS it, can't tenacity it, you can't cleanse it. It's unbeatable. So my biggest worry is honestly the Vayne. I don't think anyone else is going to give us issues other than Vayne, just because she does max health damage. So see how this goes. Start out with the leash. We'll kite it over to our Gromp. Bel'Veth to conquer. That's the right move. Looks like she has the correct rune set. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and smite it over here. And we don't really want to waste another auto on the blue buff, so we're just gonna finish him off like so. Auto attack Q reset, auto W. Getting the leash is nice, but you don't want to do it in situations where if the enemies know that, the enemy jungler is going to punish you hard. So if you're up against something that's going to vertical you like a Jarvan or a Kindred, you would generally want to start solo on your red buff, or you'd start solo opposite to their red buff. So you'd basically solo start on your blue buff while warding your red buff, because the verticals like to do red buff straight into your jungle oftentimes. You would just run a 3 camp clear. That way, if they run a 3 camp clear, they won't be able to get to you in time. We're not in that situation. We're against a jungler who's going to want a full clear, something like a Kayn, Karthus, Evelynn. Full clear style junglers. I don't think Bel'Veth has very good kill potential. I think she's ridiculously reliant on Herald, and that's why her overall win rate is so low. If she gets denied Heralds, or if she doesn't have any lane pryos, it's very challenging for that champion to play the game. Heralds and Barons give her 180 seconds of R duration, I believe. Champions and Dragons only give 60 seconds. So our clear is already a lot faster. Last time leashless it was like 340. Now it's going to be like a 325, maybe like a 330. Which for ZAC, extremely good. Like we're basically already done. We don't need to stay. 327. We're walking where we want to go anyways. Drop a W. Ah, that's a shame. Those live, but we didn't need them. I don't really want to help Darius here. I want to go for Scuttle. Bel'Veth's bot side, so it is what it is. We get the E and the Q. Pull her against the minions. Down she goes. When Crashes Wave, Darius is going to be able to get his health and mana back. He should absolutely not stay for the plate. Good thing he didn't. It's pre 5 minutes, so top and mid turret are practically unbreakable, so he wouldn't even be able to get a plate. He did the right move. He gets to go back, spend his gold, come back to lane and solo win. Bel'Veth is bot side. I'm going to ping where it is. Notice I don't ping my teammates. You don't tell your teammates how they should feel. You just give them the information. If you're pinging them, then that's basically you saying you need to run or you need to be careful, rather than you giving them the information and them deciding what to do with it. Got her flash at least. Decent. Go ahead, use our refill here in a second. She doesn't actually have flash. Her bot lane is missing. I doubt this is warded though. I wish Talon didn't do that. Kind of just wasted my time, but oh well. We're on a really good item back here. We could stay full clear up, sure. However, I would like to get bombies and boots. Massive back for us. You can E out of base and use your E to get around the map. It's on such a long cooldown right now. I mean, I could have done it out of fountain, but it's kind of late now. The lower on cooldown it gets, the more prevalent, the more consistently you'll be doing that. Enemy bot lane seems to be pushing. Vayne's pretty easy to gank. My bot lane got an early kill on them. It didn't go to Tristan, unfortunately. It went to Seraphine. So I think it's doable. Vayne also, ooh, that's a mistake. I don't think you should be rushing Vampiric on AD carry in this meta. That feels bad. I doubt this is warded, right? Is this warded? This might actually be warded. The fact they're acting so scared. We get the E. That's a knockup. We land the Q on her. In Terrell, this is a double. This is a double. Trist gets the resets. I'm going to let her finish it off. You don't need the kills on ZAC. All you need, level 4, you're a champion. Level 6, you become a great champion. And everything after that is a bonus. Biggest mistake I see ZAC players iron through platinum making is they try to gank level 3. You don't want to do that. It is just way too risky. The only time you do it is if it's a guarantee that's a champion who didn't take flash and they don't have mobility. And even then. The only time it's like legitimate is in Challenger on ZAC when he's not meta and you're forced to do cheesy stuff to try to win. You don't have to play that way iron through D1. Because players make enough mistakes for you to win by default as long as you're watching the mini map and pathing properly. We're not quite 6, but Taliyah doesn't have flash. We got that earlier out of her. That's the knock-up. Cue the minion, auto her. Alright, Talon gets the kill. That's good. We're going to go ahead and help him shove so we can take it XP. We both get the majority of it. And this is going to help him to roam or... Oh, man. Or to get his health and mana back. I'll gank bot lane. I can pinch it with... I'll just ping like I'm on my way. I think I saw their jungler pathing top side. Yeah, she's just full AFK full clearing. It's kind of what that champ has to do because her ganks are so terrible. This puts me in a weird spot. Her Krugs aren't up, so she's probably not going to come here. What I'm nervous is this: if this Tri-Brush is warded, it's going to get me killed. She may go for Dragon. Okay, it is warded. We see it with Oracles. We get the E. We missed the Q. We're going to R. I need Tristana to react, though. I guess her dash is on a cooldown. We might all die here. Yep. I guess the Taliyah roam caused some issues. Man, that's the dangers of Vayne right there. Vayne is just something else. Her damage output being so far behind with just vampiric boots. Trist ends up jumping away. Talon comes in for a giga late rotation. He just should have stayed shut, gotten a plate or two. We'll go ahead, pick up that, pick up this, head back out. Maybe there's something that I missed. It just seemed like my bot lane didn't react at all. Like, I knew the control word was there when it couldn't see me with my oracles over the wall. So I had to, like, push hard on the fight. But it's like my bot lane didn't realize that, so they were just taking forever. This is so free, too. We easily win that with our gold leads that we had. Honestly, even if Taliyah came, as long as we killed one of them fast enough, I think we still win it easy. We'll just farm till we have something really straightforward to take. I really should lay a control word on Herald, though. You don't want Bel'Veth getting Heralds. It's the only thing that makes her an above average champion. Oh man, the inconsistency. Nice. Just one more auto. She gets Triumph, barely lives. Nice job from the Talon. I'll go ahead and catch this. Oh, I missed. That's fine. Still get the XP. Dragon's up. She's probably on Herald right now. Riven has lane prio. Talon's missing health and mana. He's missing lane prio as well. I don't want to fight her on Herald. Better to give it than it is to die and then get it anyways. I'll try to gank bot again with my R. Seraphine has more KP than Trist. How's that even possible? We want to gank bot right as our bot lane gets back. Of course, she gets the Herald. She doesn't have anywhere to lay it. There's no turret that's 2 plates or less for her to insta smash for first turret bonus gold. So instead, Darius pushes up and he's going to try to give the free kill, maybe. See if any of this is warded. All right, it's not. Yeah, Darius threw there really hard. There was no reason to force that, especially when he saw they just got in Herald. Got the Q back on the minion. Blue smite and the R. We can run her down. Down you go, buddy. Beautiful. Really well played by Seraphine. She definitely seems like the stronger player of this bot lane. She landed her CC perfectly while there's still CC for my CC, and she didn't overstack it, so we got full value out of it. You really need to keep max health damage champions behind Vaynes and 𝐒𝐿. Even kind of Kai'Sa, she's usually not an issue because her attack range is so short. 𝐒𝐿 you can still deal with by getting double magic resist items, since 𝐒𝐿's max health damage is magic damage. Vayne is true damage, so there's not a single item in the game you can build to really counter her out. She's She's wild. And Master Yi, oh, he has true damage too. He's not an issue. He's melee. You Giga CC him. He has no counterplay. Blue Smiter in midair. Hit her with a Q. I wish there was a control word in the bush for me to auto. That would have been perfect. She somehow got CC'd. She must have barely gone through the landmines. Master Yi gets hit by every single one of your CCs. E, Q, R, in that order, and there's nothing he can dodge. There's no way, no matter how good he is, he can't dodge your R because it lasts for so long. Even if he Qs, he'll come out and get hit by it. That's annoying. Kind of have to stay. She clearly wants first turret gold. I can stay. Maybe kill her. Like, big maybe. Get behind her, hit her with the R. Now we get a turret shot. Down she goes. It was very obvious she was gonna stay even though she shouldn't have. She does not have full item. She does not know where I am. It's a dead giveaway. You can always count on players to be greedy for things that look really juicy. They just can't help themselves. Players tend to be greedier the farther behind they are too, because they're trying to catch back up. They get like in that the desperate mentality. Oh, double knock up. Oh baby. I don't know. I do have passive. I don't know. Oh, that would have been freaking perfect. Q her, auto the minion into E. That would have been too freaking easy. Got Frostfire against their team. I feel like I have to go Thorn and Mel second because Vayne's are rushing lifesteal first item. I think that was a mistake. I think it's a big mistake. I think she did it because she's like, oh, Seraphine, she's healing the Trist. I don't have self-sustain in lane. I have to go lifesteal, right? But like, Kraken, it would help her kill me so much faster, and I'm going to be one of the biggest threats in this game. Like, you can look at the gold alone. There's a couple of tanks who can get carry with gold advantage. Rammus used to be one of them. He's not really anymore because his R's crap compared to his pre-reworked R. Back when his R was massive AoE damage and slow constantly for like 5 or 6 seconds. He used to be a tank assassin. He was a tank that was also an assassin. But now, like tanks with item advantage, that Giga carry, it's basically just ZAC, 𝐒𝐿, kind of Scion. But ever since they nerfed his dead form, it's kind of just like ZAC, 𝐒𝐿. Sure, Nunu still does well, but he doesn't have the same kind of damage output that ZAC does because ZAC W. 𝐒𝐿 because he has the permanent infinite, he's like infinite scaling R true damage. And ZAC is max health AoE plus the CC obviously. Blue Smite midair. We could have still dove that. Add Q auto turret, R flashed. It's clear he didn't want to. He's building a goofball build. He has a massive CS lead on her at least. I'm in a weird spot. I don't like where I am on the map right now. Bel'Veth's getting really fed too. She just basically AFK'd, gave her team no value for most of the game. But now she is doing a good job capitalizing on some of my team's mistakes. She's starting to build a kill stack. Potentially dive it. Thrace is on the proxy. She's not a full item. I could see why she may not want to fight that. Oh, yikes. Team's trying to surrender. That's really weak mental when we're up dragon. I don't think Bel'Veth will be an issue. I can CC her out of her tankiness. Her self-channel, it's like a Yi meditate kind of. Got against the turret. Bouncer with the R. Easy clap. The team's still like running at them and dying for some reason. It makes no sense. Taking this Herald will be really good for us. As long as Bel'Veth doesn't get it, it'll be really, 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 really good. She's starting to get on a power spike, and so what she needs to do is keep getting Heralds and Dragons to maintain her R. Stay in her true form. So what we need to do is try to sweep these up. She's like a roach. Early game, she's a baby roach. She has to eat feces to get by. But then she turns into a big roach and she starts going after the leftovers like these. So we need to clean these up and then she will perish. So that's the secret. Dragons only give her 60 seconds of ult. Team is just, I don't want to say AFK, but I don't know. They're just, I feel like they're not rotating at all. Like they rotate way more than our team does. They're playing a lot more together, I think. Part of it's just because Talia champ's kind of broken right now in the meta. Riven bot side. Oh man, this game. Come on, stay in the bush. It's obvious what she's gonna do. You need to defend like right now. Like, we have to use the turret. Don't let the turret fall. It's actually so important that it stays there. Is this warded or something? It seems like they know. They're playing so safe. I can't step out to get closer because I don't. Got the Q, got the auto, you're dead. Into R. Try to let Triss get this kill. She had a really awkward sloppy jump there though. Get back here, boy. Let her have the kill. Oh man, why we did that, our top and mid died. It's always that counter. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It's how it feels as jungler a lot of the times. You get 2 kills. At the same exact time, their jungler gets 2 kills. Like their mid lane, I go into their jungle and like that, their mid lane's there instantly. At least we don't die is the key. I have to stay alive. Get Thornmail into Vistage. Triss, you have to stay alive here. Good R. Alright, she's fine. She shouldn't stay though. I'm just pinging like I'm there if she keeps chasing him on my way. I don't want to give this turret. I don't know if I can stop Vayne solo though. If her shield bow's still on cooldown, I think it is. What's the cooldown? 90 seconds. I think it's still on a cooldown. We saved the turret. That's so funny. They still haven't broken it. They're so scared to do it. That's what Talia got a taste of what I was packing. She went in for the greed. As Darius, he's farming so well, but his build is poop. It's absolute poop. Riven's building the right item. She's stacking armor. There's not gonna be much Darius can do because of that. We'll lay that, spam our this oracles. If you do that as you lay Herald, it lets you use it again for free. They need to shove mid. If they don't react top, they lose a lot. Yeah, Darius needed to defend that Herald. That's the pull into blue smite into R. Oh, got her flash. That's decent. She can do quite a bit with her flash potentially. Got you, buddy. You're dead. And to knock up. See, this is what I'm saying. Okay, please. Holy crap. That's what I'm saying. Even if Bel'Veth is giga fed, look at her kills. Seriously, look at her kills. Even if she's super fed and she's under turret, if you're on ZAC, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. If you land your abilities. That champion is not good. She's just not. Like, all they have to do is stat buffer to where she becomes a stat check champion like 𝐒𝐿𝐴, and sure, she's great. Because obviously, like, be honest, the new champions, their kits are overloaded. Every ability has like 4 different passives and multiple different actives, right? A million different abilities stacked into one. So what they end up doing is they have to make them like really underpowered, otherwise they'd break the game. And I think she's very underpowered to where if you can stop her from getting both heralds, or at least one of them, and you're playing like a good scaling champion, I feel like there's not much she can do. Jaxel's definitely our win con. My R is up, bot lane wants to back, so I'm not going to look for anything crazy. I'll let her have it. She clearly needs it for an item. She's going to cancel her back for it. At this point, we just defend turrets or we mirror a teammate who's split pushing so we can cover them. ZAC is a huge counter puncher. ZAC's the Mike Tyson of the jungle. You have to usually wait for the enemies to do something and you react accordingly, because once their gap closer is on cooldown, that's when you land your E. If they can't dodge your E, they lose the game. But he's the best champion in the game, seriously, if you land your E. Because you land your E, then your Q's free, because they're CC'd. Then you are. Let's knock up and... Oh, I missed it! My Q missed! Oh my god, I went to Q the Krugs and I actually missed it. That was so bad. It would have been so much easier if I had landed that. Just getting vision, CC her, I still have E. Trying to give Talon time to escape. Oh, nice try, buddy. You're a blue smiter and run away. She does such little damage. Oh, she autoed my turret. I gotta run. I don't know where Riven's at. I could definitely turn on it. Yeah, Riven's still there. I'm glad I didn't turn. I'll go run mid instead. Trist is level advantage on Vayne. Vayne lands, gets support land CC. Oh my god, Vayne won that. That's so bad for us. It's a lethal tempo diff over Hellblades. Hellblades is really underwhelming on 80 carry right now. I think it's good on a lot of supports, but 80 carry is not really. Got you with the Q, buddy. Oh, hey, Ward. Yeah, don't lay wards when ZAC's around. Bad idea. He'll hit you against it. He'll beat you up with the ward. Like a gosh darn belt. I need vision, Darius. Get me vision. I know she's just gonna wait to dodge my CC with her dash. A double knock into R, into blue smite, and look at this healing. It's so, yeah. That's right. That's right. I don't care how much true damage Bel'Veth is doing. We actually can't get on this Talia. It's insane. Hey, Vayne. If my teammates didn't break inhib, Vayne dies there. Smack her against the inhib. Hey, friend. Q the minion, auto the champion. No skill required. I could flash Q her. We could definitely end here. Q them together. Oof, they had flashes and hourglasses. Taking a lot of damage here. That's the knock up into double Q. And that's it. ZAC is the ultimate anti-carry champion. They can't move, they can't fight, they can't carry. GG's. We'll take a look at the graphs. I have a feeling we're number one, or well, not number one damage dealt, but top 3. Clearly Darius is top 1 damage dealt this game. All right, let's take a look. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we were actually the 4th. Wait, we were the 5th highest in the game. That's not great. I mean, it's good, but I wanted to be higher than that. Damage taken, we took 27k. Second highest was 26k. Self-mitigated, we took about 6k higher than the second highest. So add 6k to our damage taken, essentially. So we basically took 33k. And they took 26k. Not bad. I'm okay with that. We've got really good value out of our runes. Really happy with how strong ZAC is right now. Ultimately, his pick rate and win rate speaks for itself. If you guys are looking for a jungler, a tank jungler, or a consistent jungler, ZAC fits all of that criteria. So if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is 𝐒𝐿_. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.